My name is Krista, and today I would like to just talk a little bit about my story, my battles with addiction, and how God has brought me through all of that. I pretty much struggled with addiction my whole life since I was a child. It was just something that, you know, I was exposed to at an early age, so it just kind of became a part of life for me. I'm originally from West Virginia, and I moved here to Ocean Springs, Mississippi in 2014. I was a heroin addict, so my goal was to get clean whenever I moved here, and I did for a little while, but I didn't heal. So there was a root that still just ended up sucking the life out of me, and I ended up relapsing shortly after. So in 2015, I got pregnant with my daughter. Her dad walked out on me the day after I found out I was pregnant. So, you know, there was a short period throughout my whole pregnancy that I still struggled with addiction, which was a really, really difficult time. I was about 6 months pregnant when I finally went to a doctor. I thought that if I just ignored it, that she would go away. You know, I was still struggling with addiction. I was here by myself. I had no family here, and I was hurting. And the only way I knew how to really cope was drugs. So when I went to the doctor and I saw the ultrasound for the first time, I saw her little lips. And that was a game changer for me. That's when I found out that she was a girl. So seeing her really made me realize it was no longer about me, but it was about her too. I would love to tell you that I was delivered instantly after that and God saved me, but that's not the case. It was a demon. It was a demon that I was dealing with and battling with, and I still struggled throughout my whole pregnancy with drugs, even though I really, really wanted to get clean. So about 4 days before I went into labor, I had been up all night. I'd been up for 4 days getting high, and then I went into labor. So I went to the hospital, I had her, and I thought for sure that I was gonna lose her because of the drugs that I had consumed throughout my pregnancy. And by the grace of God, they tested her placenta and it was negative. And I think that was the first time that I really saw a picture of God's redemption. You know, only He could redeem a child like that. And once again, I would love to tell you that was it for me and I was delivered in that moment, but I was not. I still struggled a few years after that. She was 3 years old whenever I came to the Home of Grace. Upon coming to the Home of Grace, I was just at my rock bottom. I had exposed her to drugs and people, you know, things that no little toddler should ever be exposed to. And I was very, very broken. I was very insecure. I was lost. I had no self-esteem in myself at all. And my church family brought me to Home of Grace, which I was very resistant at first. Very, very resistant. I did not want to leave my child. I was real wishy-washy. One minute I'd want to come, and then the next minute I'd say, no, I can't do it, I can't leave her. And it was my pastors who kind of took a different approach towards me and told me that, you know, they were going to love me no matter what. They were here for me, but I had to make a decision to change. So I made that decision. I came to Home of Grace, and that's where healing took place for me. God really met me here face to face. He showed me who I was in Him. He healed all that brokenness, and at Home of Grace, that's where I was fully delivered. I was fully delivered and redeemed by Him. So after I left Home of Grace, I went to Sue's home, and I stayed there for 6 months. While I was at Sue's home, I got a job at Bienville Orthopedics. It was like my dream job. It was something that I had been praying for a long time. I started out in the call center. I got promoted within 7 months to the MRI coordinator position, and now my daughter and I, we're in a beautiful apartment together. You know, God's created this foundation of stability for us, and He just continues to grow me and stretch me every day. The more I seek Him, the more He seeks me. So. I'm so thankful for all that the Lord has brought me through, and I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter how bad you've done or how ashamed you are of yourself or where you're at right now. Recovery, it is possible, but it's only possible through Jesus. You have to invite Him in to guide you and help you through those, and that's exactly what I found at Home of Grace. Thank you so much for letting me share my war story with you. I pray that it touches you and it blesses you, and God bless.